Okay guys, we are back today with a quick 5,000 mile update of my 2017 Ford Focus ST. Now before we get started, I would like to apologize. It is quite a bit windy today, so there's really no way to avoid that. I really just wanted to get a 5,000 mile update video on it, as I did roll 5,000 miles today. I figured what would be a better time than now. So anyways, here we are. I actually just got back from Pennsylvania today, and I just got the car all cleaned up and cleaned out for all my road trip stuff and whatnot. And so far this summer, I mean, obviously it's 5,000 miles, and I've only had it since the end of June, and it's literally the beginning of September. So yeah, I haven't owned it very long, and I've put 5,000 miles on it already. So anyways, back in the first week of August, me and my friend took this, and he drove his car down as well, to Richmond, Virginia. We met up with Jake Man and them. That was pretty cool. So that was the first real time I actually was really get able to know the car, if you will. That was a lot of time I spent in the car driving and whatnot. That was around a 1,500 mile trip. So I broke it in pretty well, and as soon as I got back after the trip, the car roughly had maybe 3,500 miles on it. So then at that point, you know, this is my first new car, so I want to take care of it. So anyways, I took it to the dealership, the Ford dealer, and then I got an oil change at 3,500 miles. Just to get rid of, you know, all the new engine breakdown and whatnot. They say that there's no, you know, break-in procedure on new cars, but I just don't believe that. There's got to be some sort of breakdown. So anyways, they changed the oil, so I'm good for another 5,000 miles or so. So I'll be good until the spring, because this car, obviously now, guys, as you know, I do have the Honda Odyssey, which is my daily driver, so that's getting a gist of the miles. So this has really only been driven on like road trips and just around town and stuff. And it's just been a fantastic car to own. I have no complaints on it yet. One thing I would like to note, since this is my first brand new car, I've been pretty anal about keeping it clean. So I would probably say that I've kept it clean. I haven't even waxed it yet, but I've noticed I've collected quite a bit of rock chips. You know, they're just scattered throughout. I do have touch-up paint. I haven't even applied that yet, but I know this is all for me. I can't blame anyone else but myself. That's probably just because I follow too close to people on the road. That's my own fault. I really think I'm going to invest into a 3M Clear Bra, just because I know those just save bumpers. So anyways, I'll probably end up doing that. And actually, coming down here, I do apologize for the wind noise, but maybe 2 or 3 weeks after I had bought the car, I had clipped a raccoon on one of my back roads. Now, granted, I was going a little too fast. I was just having lots of fun. But here it is. Here's what the damage has done to the car. It just split it right here and broke like a back tab here loose. It's not too bad, really. If I point it out, I mean, you probably wouldn't even notice it. But yeah, it's just, I can put some touch-up paint on that part right there. So if you step back and you just look at it like that, you really can't see it, and it could have been a lot worse. And you know, if it would have cracked the bumper, I would have had to pay $500 deductible to get a new one put on. So we'll wait until I hit somebody or something down the road. Actually, and also, I just put these yellow fog light covers on today. When I got back, they were waiting for me. So those, I don't know, it was more or less an impulse buy on Amazon. They were only $15, so I pretty much just stuck them on there, and I thought I had to take this bezel off, so I had the car all lifted up and everything ripped off underneath, and then I read the directions and it said you don't need to take anything off. So all I had to do was get the behind the plastic here wet and just kind of, you know, wedge it in there with a credit card. So that's still settling, but they're yellow and I think it looks cool. So they will stay for now. I can always take them off if I don't like them. So they're high quality, they're Lamex. So yeah, and I also do have the projector HIDs, and what I've really come to appreciate at night when driving, these headlights swivel. These are the same headlights as the Focus RS, so they swivel at night, and that's really cool. And I also have like a courtesy cornering light here, as well as when I turn my turn signals on, that lights up the side of the road. So that's really cool. Just new car things I'm not really used to. Coming down here to the wheels, these are the 18-inch optional wheels with the red calipers. I do have grown to like these wheels and the calipers. I didn't like them, either of them, at first, but they stick out really nice. So I do believe there's wind noise coming in. So anyways, I'm gonna try to block that out here. But the wheels, I've kept them really clean, and they're so easy to clean. The Pirelli all-season tires, they're probably about 630 seconds, so they still have a good amount of tread left. They're definitely all seasons. This car, you cannot reach the car's full potential with these tires. It's just, you just can't do it. They're all seasons. So eventually I would probably like to get Focus RS wheels, and obviously Michelin Pilot Sports or Goodyear Eagles or something. But that, I need to wear these down a little bit before I do anything there. Anyways, nonetheless, they're great tires just for highway driving. I mean, they've proved to be quite comfortable, and this car is definitely a great highway car. It's really comfortable in the suspension. None of it's harsh unless you really push it. It's just a great all-around car. So we'll come over to the interior and check that out. This is a ST3, so it does have all the options. So the full leather Recaros, they're holding up really well. I actually have a towel I sit on most of the time, just to, it's easier not to sweat on these. I did not really care for them at first, but now they're starting to break in, and they're actually really comfortable on road trips. Yeah, I just said that. I used to talk so much shit about these seats, but now that I own them, I am actually starting to like them. I'm getting a little bit of wear, like just a little bit of creasing here and just a little bit here. That's just because these are so bolstered. You just roll on them when you get into the car, but everything else is good. No leather shine or anything like that. My WeatherTech floor mats, they're doing their job in keeping most of the stuff in, but I vacuum the car every week, and I've just been trying my best to take great care of it. So looking at the steering wheel here, it's not real shiny or gross yet either. So, and I've achieved that by not eating in the car, keeping my hands generally pretty clean, and I've been trying to keep the steering wheel not shiny. I hate shiny leather on steering wheels. That's just me though. So anyways, it starts right up. You have your push button start right there. I've really grown to like the push button start as well. This is the key, just Ford's standard key. So and that just fell down there, so we'll get that after the video. But anyways, as you can see, the mileage is 5,063 miles. I put that many miles on the car within a 5-day span. So everything you need to see is right there. I got 30 miles to the gallon on the highway, but when I got back in my state, I just kind of, yeah, the number dropped there. So anyways, all the materials are holding up pretty good. I'm not a fan of this fabric right here. Maybe down the road we'll think about getting like some Focus RS leather inserts. That's down the road though, until this cloth really decides to show its age. But it's not wearing too good. It's getting a little discolored, but that's just because it got wet. It's a poor design. Anyways, you have the carbon fiber right here with the ST3, which I do like. I didn't care. I thought it was tacky at first, but the more I look at it, the more I start to like it, even up there. I did unplug this tweeter just because it distorts the music a little bit. So the sound system does pack a good punch. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. It needs some more sound dampening in the doors, and the subwoofer needs to be stuffed or something. The sound system sounds plasticky. Again, it's not a bad sounding audio system, but I'm an audio snob, and I definitely want to do something with the speakers just to give it a little bit more oomph, if you will. Anyways, e-brake right here. You have your 6-speed manual transmission. It's a great transmission, really smooth. You have your reverse camera right there. I've enjoyed driving this car. The clutch is a little tricky at first, but once you drive it, you definitely get used to it. But yeah, that's about it for the front. I've tried to wipe it down and just generally keep it clean. I do have my dash cam up there. That's pretty funny to watch when I get into some scenarios. But anyways, there's the passenger side. No real wear there is. Nobody really sits over here. But yeah, then the center console is wearing. It's not really wearing at all, actually. So I'm just trying to keep the car clean. If you look at used STs, like on Auto Trader, you can see where they start to wear, because there's 2015s and 2016s with quite a bit of miles on them. So I can kind of know where to watch out for as far as like, wear points on the vehicle. But and also the tires should probably get rotated next spring when I take it in to get an oil change. So coming back here, I've sat back here a few times. I've had people back here. No one's really complained, but I've sat back here for about a good hour to 2 hours, and I could probably only do maybe a 45 minutes back here. I wasn't comfortable back here when I was in it. That's just me. Some other people have said it's all right, but I don't like it because everything's too, I feel claustrophobic back here. But you do have an armrest, which is nice to have, and you know, your leather seat backs and some storage down there. And there's the front seat. Headliner is black. And everything back here, really, there's no wear, just because I've only had people back here a few times. Would like to go ahead and apologize for the wind noise. I did get a license plate cover right there. I just got that today. So that looks pretty good on the back. And I have my RVA sticker and that other sticker up there. I do want to put some more stickers on the back just because I'm not a sticker snob, you know, about having, oh, no stickers. I think if you have stickers on the back, it just makes it your own and just cool. And if I don't like them, I can always take them off. So, anyways, I have a full-size spare, which I haven't had to use yet. And I also forgot to mention that I had a Boomba rear motor mount put in, I don't know, about a month ago before I went to Richmond. If you guys do have a Focus ST, Fiesta ST, or a Focus RS, I strongly suggest upgrading your motor mount, aside from a Ford motor mount. A lot of the ST people put the Focus electric motor mounts in, but it's not good enough for me. I've driven it with an electric motor mount, and I got the Boomba motor mount. It's such a great difference. You don't get wheel hop, hardly any wheel spin, and it's just so much more firm to drive. So we'll come over here, pop the hood, 2-liter turbocharged EcoBoost taken away. I also purchased a Steeda cold air intake. It's their full cold air intake system, so it goes all the way back to the turbo. I bought that like 2 weeks after, not even 2 weeks after I had bought the car. So that sounds really cool. You can hear the turbo noise on it, and it's just enough for me. I don't think I want to do a blow-off valve. Those are pretty obnoxious. So we'll turn on the headlights and fog lights. And that's about what I can think of for this video. I believe I've mentioned everything, all aside from the window tint and these WeatherTech window visors. I actually, again, I got this all within a week of owning the car. So the front windows are tinted and back windows. It's all 20% ceramic all the way around. And I do have a strip up top. It definitely keeps privacy when privacy is needed. And it just looks so much better. And even the window deflectors, they're nice and flush. They don't stick out. They're not obnoxious looking. So I do believe it looks pretty clean. So again, I would probably like to get a Focus RS spoiler and some RS wheels. I've seen a few of those on the forums. They look really good. Some people have even gone as far as putting an RS bumper on. I'm not a fan of the RS bumper on the STs. Just not me. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for another update, probably around a 7,500 mile or 10,000 mile update. But as usual, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you all later.